Imagine this. The first light of dawn trickles through your window. You swing your legs over the side of the bed, a motion you've made 10,000 times before. But this time, the world tilts violently. The floor rushes up to meet you. Your head feels like it's filled with buzzing hornets, and a sudden, crushing weakness floods one side of your body. You try to call for help, but the words won't form. This isn't a scene from a movie. It's a terrifying reality that plays out in bedrooms across the country every single morning. As a doctor with over 30 years of experience focusing on senior health, I can tell you with certainty, the most dangerous time of day for your brain is the first 30 minutes after you wake up. Welcome to Senior Health Tips, the channel where we decode complex medical science into simple, life-saving actions. Today, we're not talking about a rare disease or a complicated surgery. We're talking about the silent, invisible threats lurking in your morning routine. Threats that can set the stage for a devastating stroke while you're still rubbing the sleep from your eyes. You might be doing everything else right. You take your prescriptions, you try to eat well, you stay as active as you can. Yet, you could be unknowingly walking into a trap simply because of what you do or don't do in that first hour of the day. But here is the powerful, hopeful truth. This risk is not set in stone. You have more control than you think. In fact, solid medical research shows that making a few small, deliberate changes to your morning habits can slash your stroke risk by as much as 50%. So before we begin, I need you to be honest with yourself. Have you ever felt dizzy, lightheaded, or foggy when you first get out of bed? Type yes in the comments if that sounds like you, or type no if you typically wake up feeling steady and clear. Your answer helps us all understand how common this really is. And if you are committed to staying independent, sharp-minded, and vibrant for years to come, make sure you tap that subscribe button. We're about to uncover 8 powerful morning habits that could truly save your life. Let's begin with the simplest one of all, a habit so basic it's almost always overlooked. Habit 1. The 30-second lifesaver. Your first glass of water. My first question to every new patient over 60 is always the same. What is the very first thing that passes your lips in the morning? The answer is almost always coffee, sometimes tea. Rarely is it a simple glass of water. Let me tell you about a patient of mine, a wonderful 72-year-old gentleman named Robert. He was a retired accountant, sharp as a tack, but he came to me complaining of morning dizziness that he dismissed as just getting older. He'd stumble a bit on his way to the kitchen to brew his morning coffee. We ran a battery of tests, and while his heart was generally strong, his blood work revealed a pattern of mild, chronic dehydration. Here's the critical piece of information I shared with him. Overnight, as you sleep, you lose a significant amount of water simply through breathing and perspiration. You wake up in a state of dehydration, even if you don't feel thirsty. For a younger person, this is no big deal, but for a senior, it's a quiet danger. Dehydration increases the viscosity of your blood. In simple terms, your blood gets thicker, stickier, and more sluggish. Think of it like trying to pour cold molasses instead of warm honey. This thicker blood has to be pushed through aging arteries that may already be narrowed by plaque. This combination is a perfect recipe for a blood clot to form, the cause of an ischemic stroke, the most common type. A single glass of room temperature water, about 8 to 12 ounces, within the first few minutes of waking is the antidote. It immediately begins to rehydrate you, thinning your blood back to a safe consistency and kickstarting your circulation. It awakens your kidneys to flush out metabolic waste that has built up overnight. For Robert, this one change was revolutionary. Within a week, his morning dizziness vanished. My professional advice is this: Keep a covered glass or a water bottle on your nightstand. Make it the first thing you reach for before your feet even touch the floor. And why room temperature? Ice-cold water can be a shock to the system, causing blood vessels in your gut to constrict, which isn't ideal first thing in the morning. A small squeeze of lemon is fine for extra benefits, but plain water is the hero here. It is the cheapest, easiest, and most effective medicine you can take each morning. Habit 2. The 5-minute cortisol crusher. Deep breathing. Once you're hydrated, what's the next thing that happens? For most of us, the mind kicks into high gear. The mental to-do list starts running. Bills to pay, appointments to remember, family worries, the aches and pains of the day. This immediate rush of thought triggers a physiological response. Your adrenal glands release a surge of cortisol, your body's primary stress hormone. A morning cortisol spike is natural. It helps you wake up. But in older adults, an excessive spike, fueled by anxiety, can be dangerous. It constricts your blood vessels, raises your heart rate, and drives your blood pressure up, all before you've even left the bedroom. This is where a simple 5-minute practice can be transformative. I'm talking about quiet, mindful breathing. No apps, no fancy equipment needed. You can do it while still sitting on the edge of your bed. Here's the technique I teach my patients, called box breathing. 1. Sit comfortably with your back straight. 2. Gently close your eyes. 3. Inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4. 4. Hold your breath for a count of 4. 5. Exhale slowly and completely through your mouth for a count of 4. 6. Pause for a count of 4 before the next breath. Repeat this cycle for just 5 minutes. This simple rhythm hacks your nervous system. It shifts you from the fight or flight state driven by stress to the rest and digest state of calm. It tells your blood vessels to relax and open, allowing blood to flow more freely and gently lowering your blood pressure and heart rate. Seniors who adopt this practice report feeling less anxious, more focused, and mentally clearer throughout the day. It's a gift you give your brain, and it costs nothing but a few moments of your time. Habit 3. The sodium swap. Rethinking your healthy breakfast. All right, you've hydrated and calmed your system. Now it's time for breakfast. You're avoiding donuts and sugary pastries, which is great. But what about that slice of toast with cheese? That bowl of popular brand name cereal? Or that healthy canned soup you like on a chilly morning? Let me tell you about Alina, an 81-year-old patient who was diligent about her health. She monitored her blood pressure, but it was always stubbornly high in the mornings. She couldn't figure out why. We went through her diet, and the culprit was hiding in plain sight: her breakfast. She was having a small bowl of canned vegetable soup, thinking it was a light and healthy choice. We checked the label. One small serving contained over 800 milligrams of sodium, more than half the recommended daily amount for a senior with hypertension. Here's the danger. Your body is uniquely sensitive to sodium in the morning. Your blood vessels are naturally a bit tighter after a night of rest, and your hydration levels are still recovering. A sudden flood of sodium causes your body to retain water to dilute it, increasing blood volume. This extra volume inside already constricted arteries sends your blood pressure soaring. It's like forcing too much water through a narrow garden hose. My professional advice is this: your breakfast should be low in sodium and high in nourishment. Swap processed cereal or salted meats for plain oatmeal topped with berries and nuts. Swap toast with processed cheese for a boiled egg with a side of sliced avocado and tomato. Swap canned soup or salted pickles for a smoothie made with spinach, a banana, and plain yogurt. Use herbs and spices like cinnamon, turmeric, or a dash of black pepper for flavor instead of salt. And become a label detective. Words like light or natural mean nothing. Check the sodium content. A truly brain-healthy breakfast can set a protective tone for the entire day. Habit 4. The circulation starter, a gentle morning walk. Your body has been largely still for 7 or 8 hours. Your circulation is at its slowest. If your next move is to sit at the kitchen table for an hour, then move to a recliner to read the paper, your circulatory system stays sluggish. For older adults, this prolonged stillness can increase the risk of blood pooling in the legs and clot formation. The solution is gentle movement. I'm not asking you to go for a run. I'm asking for a simple 10 to 15-minute walk. This can be around your living room, out on the porch, or a slow stroll down the block. This simple act does several crucial things. It activates the large muscles in your legs, which act as a second heart, helping to pump blood back up to your chest. It increases the oxygen supply to your brain, clearing away mental fog. It helps keep your arteries flexible and responsive. Studies have repeatedly shown that seniors who engage in daily walking have a significantly lower risk of both ischemic clot-based and hemorrhagic bleed-based strokes. It also improves balance, which prevents falls and lifts your mood. If you can walk outside, the morning sunlight provides the added benefit of regulating your sleep-wake cycle. But even marching in place while your coffee brews is better than sitting still. Habit 5. The forgotten artery opener, neck and shoulder stretches. This next habit addresses a hidden risk factor most people never consider: neck tension. As we age, we often wake up with a stiff neck or tight shoulders from sleeping in an awkward position. We dismiss it as a minor ache, but this is a circulatory issue. Running up through your neck are the crucial vertebral arteries, which supply blood to the back part of your brain, the cerebellum and brainstem, responsible for balance, coordination, and vital life functions. When the muscles in your neck and shoulders are chronically tight, they can physically compress these arteries, reducing blood flow. This condition, known as vertebrobasilar insufficiency, can cause dizziness, blurred vision, and even lead to a stroke. Again, the solution is simple and gentle. A 3-minute stretching routine can make all the difference. 1 chin to chest. Slowly lower your chin toward your chest, feeling a gentle stretch in the back of your neck. Hold for 20 seconds. 2 ear to shoulder. Gently tilt your right ear toward your right shoulder. Do not force it. Hold for 20 seconds, then repeat on the left side. 3 shoulder rolls. Shrug your shoulders up towards your ears, then roll them back and down. Repeat 5 times, then roll them forward 5 times. These movements should be slow, smooth, and painless. No jerking or twisting. This routine helps to decompress those vital arteries, ensuring your brain gets the steady flow of oxygenated blood it needs to start the day. Habit 6. The data detective, your 1-minute blood pressure check. High blood pressure is called the silent killer for a reason. You don't feel it. There are no warning signs until catastrophic damage is done. That's why the single most powerful tool you can have in your health arsenal is a home blood pressure monitor. The best time to check is within an hour of waking, before coffee or breakfast, but after you've had a chance to sit quietly for a few minutes, perhaps during your deep breathing. This is when your blood pressure naturally reaches its daily peak. This reading gives you and your doctor the most important data. I had a patient, Mr. Harris, who felt perfectly fine, but he started checking his BP every morning on my advice. His readings were consistently in the 150-95 range, dangerously high. He brought his logbook to me. We were able to start him on a low-dose medication and make dietary tweaks before he ever had an event. That little machine and his daily habit likely saved him from a massive stroke. My professional advice is this: use a cuff-style monitor that wraps around your upper arm. They are far more accurate than wrist models. Take the reading and write it down in a simple notebook. Note the date, time, and the reading. This log is priceless information for your doctor. It turns you from a passive patient into an active, informed manager of your own health. Habit 7. The dynamic duo. Fueling up with magnesium and potassium. We talked about what to avoid for breakfast, sodium. Now let's talk about what to add. 2 minerals act as a protective shield for your arteries in the morning: magnesium and potassium. Think of them as the relaxation team. Potassium is a master at helping your kidneys flush out excess sodium, naturally lowering blood pressure. Magnesium is a natural calcium channel blocker. It helps the muscle cells in your artery walls relax and widen, allowing blood to flow with less pressure. When you're low on these minerals, your arteries tend to stay more constricted and tense. You can get these powerhouse minerals easily from your breakfast. Potassium: bananas, oranges, spinach, avocados, tomatoes, plain yogurt. Magnesium: almonds, pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, spinach, oatmeal, whole grain toast. A breakfast of oatmeal with almonds and a sliced banana, or scrambled eggs with spinach and a side of avocado, is not just food, it's medicine. It's actively working to protect your brain. Habit 8. The non-negotiable. Your medication on time every time. We've arrived at the single most critical habit. If you do nothing else on this list, do this. If your doctor has prescribed blood pressure medication for the morning, taking it on time, every single day, is non-negotiable. Here, SY. Missing or delaying your dose, even by a few hours, allows your blood pressure to surge unchecked during that vulnerable morning window. The medication is designed with a specific half-life and peak effectiveness to counteract your body's natural morning BP spike. I want you to think of it this way. Missing your morning dose is like telling your city's firefighters to take a coffee break during the driest, windiest part of the day. You are leaving your brain completely undefended when the threat is at its highest. Use a daily pill organizer. Set a loud, recurring alarm on your phone. Put a sticky note on your bathroom mirror or coffee maker. Do whatever it takes to build an unbreakable routine. Never ever stop or change your dose just because you feel fine. You feel fine because the medicine is working. This one simple act can cut your stroke risk by up to 50%. It is the most powerful thing you can do to protect your future. Conclusion: you are the CEO of your health. We've just walked through 8 simple, powerful habits. They don't require expensive programs or unproven supplements. The power to shield your brain from harm lies in the small, consistent, and deliberate choices you make in the quiet of your own home each morning. But as your doctor, I must tell you that knowledge alone is not enough. The power is in the application. Don't try to do all 8 things tomorrow. That's overwhelming. Start with 1. Maybe it's the glass of water on your nightstand. Maybe it's the 5 minutes of quiet breathing. Master one, then add another. So I will ask you to make a commitment right now. What is the one habit from this list that you will start tomorrow morning? Don't just think it. Go down to the comments section and write it down. I will drink a glass of water. I will check my blood pressure. Declaring it makes it real and holds you accountable. Your story and your commitment might just be the inspiration someone else needs to see today. You are not a passive bystander in your own aging process. You are the CEO of your health. You are never too old to take control and write a healthier, more vibrant next chapter for yourself. If you found this information valuable, please give this video a like and share it with someone you love. And most importantly, subscribe to Senior Health Tips so you never miss our science-backed advice designed to help you thrive. Take it one step at a time. You've got this.